exactly too much. Uh-huh.
Well,
Here we are, baby. Let's
you
go.
don't see camera or monitor, camera, virtual. No, man, this is in person live. We made it happen, guys.
Yes, we did.
We made it to our undisclosed location. Well, I gave it away. You guys know we're in Alaska.
Ugh,
Um, it was a quick
almost got
flight.
snowed in.
Oh my God, it was terrible. But yeah, it was a great flight. Had a great time today. Of course, made friends at the airport as always. Had a great time, and this place is insane. I mean, it's incredible. It is beautiful, and
It is. It's
then
really
here it is.
beautiful. I'm super excited, guys. So check it out. So not only are we gonna be making steaks and burgers, right? Now that you see it like this, you can see my size. So you're like, of course, you want steaks and burgers. So check it out. So we got the hot tub, we got the fire pit. We even bought a board game Monopoly. We got Uno. It is about to go down. So I'm super excited. We are about to be here for some days in our undisclosed location. We are located on the corner of Burnside, right next to the rescue mission, downtown Portland, Oregon. So make sure you guys stop on in because we are here.
Oh, I tell you, this has been in the works. What did we say since September, October,
Yeah,
somewhere around
September,
there?
October.
And it was one of those things where, uh, oh, one of those things where it was like we didn't force it. You know,
No,
it was one of those things. As soon as we started talking, and this all started from Skylar just being a guest on the show,
let's
and
go,
that was
baby.
it. And all of a sudden, it was yeah, you guys know the story. Oh, geez, like uh, it's 7:05. That's how this all started, or 7 p.m. ish, and and here we are. When we were talking about doing our own show and all that too, that was just stuff. It wasn't, let's force this. We got to do this at this date and time, and we got to do this. We both were like, hey, if it's meant to be, it's going to happen. Here we are.
And we didn't rush it
We
either.
didn't
We
rush
didn't
it.
rush it, and that's the thing because we wanted to plan stuff, right? We're both go getters, so we're like, well, we could, and then like, nah, and then we're like, oh, we can. And I'm like, well, I'll be on this area maybe, and we're like, you know what? Let's not rush it. If it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen, and here we are. This is one of the times this year we'll be together. So I'm super excited for it, guys. And if you guys are tuning in, make sure you tap that share button. I absolutely appreciate you guys. We are waiting for Kayla and Pound Cake to arrive.
Okay.
Which we'll be bringing the laptop, and then we will have the mics, so we'll have better quality. We got the lights. We'll be filming in front of the 4K webcam, so everything will be nice. But we are making do for the moment right now. The vacation basically just started, and it's funny because we get in here and we're excited. We're looking around, but it goes quiet because we're all in our phones. And I was like, I missed my 3 o'clock post. Now it's a 4:15 post. Now I got to respond to all these comments. Manny's in here. He's like, oh, this guest, that guest. Got to send an email to here. Make sure this is set up. And then you got OG pretending to make coffee, right?
Oh my God.
You guys know how coffee machines work, where you got to get the coffee right, but to do that, you got to fill it up with water. Well, she thought she would try it and fill it up with ice cubes first of all,
Oh yeah.
and so we dumped out the ice cubes, and she filled it back up with ice cubes. And I was like, they don't have a fridge with filtered water in Detroit. What is happening?
No,
I know
man.
Flint, Michigan have water problems, but obviously Detroit does too, right?
Oh, she's like, screw this, man. I'm just gonna run it over some water, take a scoop of it, and
And then she makes it wrong, and she had the courage to say, "Well, that's how the coffee pots work in hotels." And I was like, Sure as shit, no, they don't. I guarantee that's
What
not
it
how
was
they
is,
work.
the side container where you pour the water in, right? So there was that, and then the top part is where they had the filter. You pour the coffee in.
Uh,
She's used to the Keurig, whatever
Keurig,
it's
yeah.
called. So here she took the top part where the coffee goes.
Ah,
She takes the pot, starts pouring the water in, it starts right through. She's like, "What the hell?" So she puts that underneath, and she goes, "I don't know why it's on. Why it's going? It's not even on." It's like, what the?
she's so crazy. Look, I, I don't know. Look, and where I come from, OG means you have wisdom and knowledge to teach the young bucks, right? Tell me why I had to go over there and help her with the coffee machine.
Oh
But I
man.
guess that's not how they do it in the hotel she
In the
stays in.
hood, man, she was just like,
Different.
okay. Like I said, she's just like, give me that coffee, man. Pour it over some little bit
It's
of,
decaf. It's not even worth it. It's fake coffee.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh,
But this is just so cool, though. I mean, I'm out there. For me, I love being out in the woods
yeah.
and being from Detroit. We go north. Everyone that knows Detroit knows Michigan. You go north. You hit 75, you're northbound, baby. Once you get past Bay City, once you get like Flint, Port Huron, you just keep working your way up. US 23, man. You're up to Oscoda. We had family and do have family in Alpena, north of Alpena, Grand Lake, and it's just gorgeous. That's my happy place. Being out, one of them, being out in the woods. Here,
He
we're
was geeking the whole
oh
time,
my
and it's
god,
crazy because look, I'm used to if you. Some of you people are watching from Oregon and Washington. You guys like we see trees, right? We see trees, and it's crazy because like he's like so excited and geeking, and it's cute. You know what
the
I'm saying?
mountains.
Because
We saw Mount
Mount Hood,
St.
Mount St.
Helens.
Helens,
We're first we're on the
yeah, Mount
plane. The
Rainier.
first flight was what, 5 hours? I think,
Yes.
or something like that. And it was a big ass plane, nice. But so here, those talk about flying. Usually, I get on this plane to
I
go to
think you
New
just
York.
told him we're not in Alaska no more.
When we're in Alaska, like we are now, Alaska, we just got off the Yukon River, and it was cold.
The
It's
Tuca
cold.
hat Rainier.
But here, I could get on a plane, and it's like an hour and a half flight,
Yeah.
and I sit down, and it's like you can stay awake for an hour and a half. 10 minutes, I'm done. Here, it's a 5 hour flight, and I was awake damn near probably 85, 90% of it. But then the second flight, I thought it was going to be like an hour or so. We get on, we take off, and they're like, okay, the time of the flight from wheels up to wheels down will be approximately 26 minutes. I'm like, what? And back in the day, it was like, man, that's not even a beer. I mean, it was
That's a
like,
puddle jumper. You can't
that's
even
a
get service at that
man.
time.
So all of a sudden, on the way here, though, I'm looking out the window, and these mountains were just absolutely, I mean, just beautiful. Just snow, the tips with the snow coming down. Then we jump on the second one, and it's like, Mount St. Helen, and then the other, whatever it was, it's just gorgeous. And we're going down the road, and he's just talking, but he lives here. She's here every
I'm so
day.
I see. I have a great view of Mount Hood in my
Oh,
backyard every single day. I can see it. Right. So he's geeking
I'm
and
like,
he's
"Man."
excited, and it's cute because I forget how beautiful Oregon and Washington is, and I travel a lot, and
When
I
we're
get
there,
it.
we're talking
Yes.
from Alaska.
Yes, from
Yes.
Alaska, and I'm sitting there and I'm just like, oh, and I start looking around. I'm like, oh yeah, it really
It
is
is kind of
beautiful.
nice.
But it's everything I see every single day, so I forget. So when someone else comes to visit, there's always perspective of like the beauty of my environment. If
Oh
that makes
man.
sense. Absolutely. It's been an exciting journey, guys. We just started. We're gonna be going live a whole bunch. A lot of crazy stuff might happen since we're in person. But that's okay, right? That's why it's music and mayhem. And right now it's music and mayhem every single day of the week. So
It's so cool. I got to give a shout out to some new friends, Scott and was it Kelly? Hello,
oh geez, Scott and
Scott and
Kelly.
Kelly, was it? We were at the airport, and of course, making friends, and they threw the line for TSA. I'm talking. All of a sudden, they had one station, one line open. They had like seven scanners, and they had one. This line was getting longer. People are starting to get pissed. And I'm like, here we go.
Last
All right, how
commercial
can
for
we
you.
start messing around? So we start telling jokes. Sure as shit. The person behind us, this lady, she starts. So me and her, I start ribbing on her, man. And then her husband really didn't say a whole lot, but he was kind of laughing back and forth. So we finally make it through, and we find our gate. We don't see them at all. After that, we find our gate, and we're sitting there waiting. And all of a sudden, I look, and this guy comes walking up. He comes, stands in front of me, goes, "Oh, hey, listen, no trouble now." Look at him like about to be okay. And then I'm like, oh shit, that was the guy,
Yeah.
the wife that I was talking to, was the husband. He starts laughing. As a great guy, started talking about my fighter war because part of the church, they have a prayer group helping for people who are dealing with any type of addiction and stuff. It was just meant to be. So he goes, we're on the same flight. So making friends everywhere we go, just a great time, a lot of fun, and this, like I said, it's gorgeous. It's
It's
absolutely
so
beautiful.
beautiful.
It's
It is really
quiet.
beautiful. I'm excited for a great weekend. As you guys know, schedules get so busy. I'm getting ready to head out to Oklahoma. We just booked 3 more shows in Texas. Tour kicks off next month, guys. And we will definitely hit 100 stops around the country on the tour this year. It's going to be exhausting, and all my new people that are watching, I'm 100% grateful. I see you guys chiming in. I see you guys sharing everything. I see you guys leaving comments. I'm in the business suite. I literally make sure that no comments go uncommented on. And so if I did miss a comment, I apologize. But the business suite says that there is no more to comment on. So I just want to say thank you guys because it literally takes hours to respond to everybody multiple times a day. And that just means how much love you guys are showing. I see so many new faces, so many new names, and you guys are literally pouring out your hearts and relating to posts. And I just want to let you guys know thank you. Like I run my page. I answer my messages, I answer my comments. That's me doing it. So I just want to say I absolutely love you guys. Please keep them coming. The family is only growing. Usually me and Manny shoot from different locations on Wednesday. So if you guys are checking this out, usually we do this show Wednesday, 4 p.m. Pacific time, 7 p.m. Eastern time.
Ish.
Ish. And we say ish because we're usually 5 to 10 minutes late. 10 minutes is kind of pushing it, but you can almost guarantee we'll be 5 minutes late. And so we do our show, right? But we're gonna be going live a lot this weekend, guys.
Oh yeah. And I just wanted to just give a shout out to everybody for the support and the motivation. It's just contagious. We'll be sitting there doing a show. When I'm in the studio, I look off to the right on the monitor, and you see the names, the comments, the questions coming rolling through. And there's times where I'll just sit there and just smile, man. And of course, OG's doing her thing, and I'll just be looking at them. And a lot of times, there's questions, for myself, the guest, or whoever, the comments going back and forth. But a lot of it'll be interaction between these
Between each
guys,
other, yeah.
which is great, man. And that's what I wanted to do with my start my fighter wars, just to get that camaraderie, that love, and that trust built up, and that's what we have. And that's grown so much. And not only that, I want to give a huge shout out to a few people. Bill Stacks, man, chatting with Stacks. Check him out. Check out his page on YouTube. He is just doing incredible stuff. I had the honor to be on his show the other day, and we're going to be doing a lot of work together in the future, along with Pastor Jim Downs from
Yes.
Rock House Ministry Project
Project
300.
300, baby.
Yes, love you, Pastor Jim Downs. We've got some things we're doing, but I'm not sure all the stuff that's progressed through it as far as My Fighter War and Rock House Ministry coming together as one now, as far as the touring around the United States, as far as having a stage set up for me to have the people, the entertainers, the guests, the dignitaries coming on before the event, during and after the event, stuff like that. So thank you to you guys. Of course, my brother Ian Bick, Matt Cronin, you guys are incredible. I just really appreciate all the love that goes into this because, as Skylar says all the time, without you guys,
We have.
this
I was about to
doesn't
say we
exist.
can't do it alone. We can't do it alone, guys. We really can't. Like, you got to understand. I've been making music for, I had my addiction. I've been locked up, right? But 23 years since I was 11 years old. I'm 34 years old, and I was talking about OG about this. Like I'm so grateful. Like my reach has literally grown from 100,000 visitors on my Skylar Ray page to right now currently over 1.6 million people have come to my page in the last 28 days. And it feels great because like I've always, put my head down and worked and tried not to complain and make the best of it. I'm super excited for the simple fact that I saw what I can do with 100,000 people coming to my page a month. And so just be patient, continue to grow with us. We're still learning, we're still trying to figure everything out. You guys will see we make a lot of mistakes. We're human. We're not perfect. So just bear with us, guys. I'm so excited. Manny's always going live on his, so make sure you give him a follow. His name is literally spelt right there on the thing. My name's right there. If you guys are watching from my page, check out my music. I'm dropping something every 2 weeks, right? And so we're here. We're trying to make the best of our life, and we are 100% grateful for every single one of you guys that pop on. Like you guys make our day. Like it's seriously awesome. Like there's sometimes me and Manny will be chatting afterwards. Like did you see so and so just celebrated 20 months? So and so has 16 months. Like what you guys do say gets read. What you guys do say matters to us. Once we're on the laptop later going live, you'll see me popping up the comments on there. Right now, we're going live from a cell phone, right?
Yeah.
But we celebrate your accomplishments with you guys. You guys are not alone, and you guys do not go unheard. I want you to know that.
Yeah, and that's I'm glad you said that too, because you always see either OG's constantly doing her thing,
Oh,
and when I'm
gee.
in the studio, I can see it everything.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I shouldn't say that. I don't see everything because there's times she'll give a shout out to somebody. She's like, "Oh, so and so," and I'm looking, and it's not there. It's just not there. I'm
Too
like,
many
"No, it's not,"
comments.
and it doesn't show up yet. And then I've had other ones. People say that and I don't see them till like later on. Um, but what we're doing now, I mean, I see Caleb and Melissa.
Melissa.
So thank you guys. But once, like I said, once we get the laptop,
Yeah.
it'll be just like that because we love chit chatting with you guys, man,
We
and
do.
answering back and forth, back and forth. So please don't think that we're ignoring anybody. Once Kayla gets here,
We'll
you'll
be able
be
to
able
see
to
the
see,
comments, guys.
yeah, and yes.
We'll definitely be able to see them. And like I said, it really matters to us because, you know, uh, I can speak from my experience. For 18 years, no one really listened, but I did music because it's what I love. I put out music when no one listened because it's what my heart wanted. It's what made me happy. It was my therapy at the time, and I didn't know it. Now I know it, and I embrace it, and I definitely use that to my advantage. But for so long, like making music, no one listens, but you're doing it because that's your true love, right? And that's the same thing with Manny and podcasting. So it's really awesome to have real people on the live and have real people comments. And it's like, look at Caleb right now. He, 642. He said, hell yeah, like he's excited with us, right? We got Melissa Ann, we got Brandon Hughes, we got Jacqueline, we got a whole bunch of people watching this live right now, and it means a lot to us. Like we're grateful. We're
Oh,
grateful.
it just you don't. It takes a lot for me not to have the words for something. But sometimes you just get so caught up.
Hell yeah.
You get so caught up, and just how much it means, and it's not just words. And like you were saying too, man. It's just everyday people. I've had people before say that they reached out to some platforms, and were more or less told no, because they didn't have enough. Their story they didn't feel would bring enough views, and a few said that they didn't feel that. Um, Basically, they weren't. Not. I hate to say important enough, but their story was not going to bring enough followers or views to this platform to the show. To which I said, screw that. I don't care. It doesn't matter because the one actually told this guest that I usually have celebrities, dignitaries, politicians, actors, athletes, basically putting the guy down with every single person he said. And at the end, he said, and you're actually not one of those. So unfortunately, we're not going to be able to use you. To again, which I say, asshole, every person and every title of what they do that you read
Yeah.
off, they all have the same thing in common. They're people
Yeah.
just like us, just like everyone you read off. They're an athlete who's a person, or a person who's got the gift as an athlete. They're a person who has the gift to be an entertainer, like Skylar and all the other amazing artists out there. But the bottom line, people.
Yeah.
We need to be heard. Voices need to be heard. And with My Fight Our War, we do recover music and mayhem. You will be heard.
Absolutely. I'm all for the underdog. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm with the underdogs. Like we mixing puddle water with our dope and shooting it. Like those are my people, right? And like some of those people have died. Some of those people have got clean. Some are still out in the doorways right now. But here's the thing, like those are my people. Like I literally come from the bottom and I'm proud of my people. I'm not embarrassed of it. I will never forget my upbringing. I will never forget what I went through. You know, all those nights in the doorways where we talked about our dreams, where we got high, where we were scheming and robbing and selling dope, all these things like that. Like that is my bottom, right? And so like I'm no better than anybody else. Like I may have had some success, but you guys are having success as well, and you guys inspire me, right? You guys are hitting that job. You guys are taking your 30-day chip, just for today key tag, right? That's inspiring shit. Like 6 years, like I got 6 years of recovery, right? But like it gets easier and easier, and there's so much joy in my life that like there's days I go by where it's just I'm moving and grooving, right? But like to get that just for today key tag is incredible. You literally are in the mouth of addiction and you said not today. All right. That is so inspiring. Like that is like the hardest day you can claim is that one day, right? So I think about that all the time. Like you guys are my people. You guys are getting that promotion, that job, that bank loan. Like you guys are moving into your apartments, getting your kids back. That's way more inspiring to me personally than doing a show and people showed up, like, or traveling over here and getting booked for this. Like to me, that's what comes with the job. And you guys may look at that and be like, that's really cool. He's chasing his dreams, which to me, it's really cool. I'm excited as well. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is, you guys, just like myself, people are doing cool ass shit. And like, seriously, like, I put you guys on a pedestal.
Hmm.
When I want to give up, I hop on Facebook and I'm like, yo, Martin got a year clean today. What the hell? Like, you know what? I'm about to go kick today's ass. Because if Martin can do it, show up today, so will I.
Yeah, you see the stories. And what we are doing, what we are saying makes a difference. You'll
Yes.
hear me like a broken record. I don't care who you are or what your words matter. Don't come out. I've had people come on and almost cancel saying, my story's not enough. Yeah, it is. Your words are more than enough. And just like Skylar's saying, I'm not going to forget, my people and all that. He's not going to forget that.
Yeah.
Same exact thing. When I started this, I came on and I said, listen, I don't have any degrees, no diplomas hanging on my wall as far as a counselor, life coach, peer coach, none of that shit. Well, none of that. I just don't
Yeah.
have any of that. But what I am is one of you.
Yeah.
I was down, shit. Man, you got 6 months to live. You're
Yeah.
going to die. Man, you got shot in the face. You got stabbed in the face. You're all this shit. And, and this is when, COVID 5 years ago shut the world down.
Mm.
So talk about truly being blessed. I never had any type of counseling or rehab because of COVID. Everything was shut down at that time. And by the grace of God, man, I never had any cravings, withdrawals. And, I never went to a meeting, no steps because of COVID. It was there, but everything was shut down. So, like I said, that's why it's important for me to say, listen, I'm going to tell you, the things that I do that worked for me,
That's all we
the
came
things in
for.
our family that worked for them.
Yeah.
I'm not going to have anyone come on and say, you have to do this. If you don't do this, because I did have one guest one time, and he's never been on since. He actually came on and said, if you, to another person questioning, he said, well, if you don't do this, you will fail. And he no longer is part of this family. Um, it's not my way or his way, it's your way. What
Yeah.
works for you. And if that means being in the meeting every single day, be in that freaking meeting.
Yeah.
If that means being with us, socially, virtually, do it that way. If
Chasing your
that means
dreams.
phone calls, do
Yep.
it that way. Don't worry. You stumble, you get up. The only way you will fail is if you quit or if you give up. That's it.
Absolutely.
You stumble, you get up. You're going to have him on one side, me on the other.
Ah.
You're going to have on one side,
Ah.
you're going to have Coach behind. You're going to have Rick. You're going to have all these people.
Mm.
We're here for you,
We're
man. We're one
family.
family, man. We love you guys. That's what it's about.
That's what it's about, guys. It is like I'm always very open about my process. Just because I believe there's so much strength in it. And I like to show that like it didn't just happen overnight. It didn't just, happen today. Like this has been a process. Like I've made many mistakes. I have failed. Uh, not failed, but like I didn't give up, so I kept going, right? So I eventually completed it. But here's the thing is like I'll be the first to tell you, I went to rehab, I went to prison, both of those things saved my life. I worked a program. I don't do meetings. I have popped in meetings and here and there I have. But like even though I recommend the meetings in the big book, I understand that there's more than one way. I'm not at meetings like that. I don't do step work right now, right? I've done it in the past, but that just I like to be open and honest about that because there is more than one way in recovery. And it's like whether that's seeing your kids, to me, chasing my dreams. That's how I stay in recovery. I chased my dream so hard that it provided a beautiful life for me that I refuse to give up. And the common denominator is my recovery. Oh, I've been doing it while not drinking and using, right? No drugs, like not an active addiction. Things are working out. And I'm like, oh, that's what happens when I stay clean. And therefore, I continue to progress. So everybody's journey is different. And at the end of the day, like I have homeboys that like used to shoot dope and rob people, and now they smoke weed and they are working and paying bills and taxes and have their kids back in their life. And what I want to say to them is, I will be the last person ever to judge someone's recovery. If you're happy, I'm happy. And that's what I tell people. And it's not about being perfect. What it's about is being the best version of yourself at that given moment that you can be to allow the growth to happen. And so no matter where you at in life, no matter where you watching, no matter what your situation is, I absolutely accept you where you're at right now and I love you. And that's the bottom line.
That's it, man. There's no and I'm never going to speak on anyone else's show or anyone else's family organization, their way of doing things in a negative way. Because if their whole point is to help in recovery, to make you a better person, to help you in any way, I'm going to be there to support you 100%. I
Yep.
may not agree with it,
Yep.
doesn't mean, but that's just me. It wasn't for me, just like we're trying to
Yep.
say, man. But don't ever let someone say to you, it's this is the only way.
Yeah.
It's not. There's so many different ways, but just please remember, it's what works for you, and that's the important part of it, man. And
Remember that.
here, you're in a safe place here, and that first step is the hardest. We were talking about, like you said, getting that first coin or whatever, that first
Yeah.
day, that first time, man, one step at a time, one day at a time, one moment at a time. I had a guy tell me 30 years sober, and he asked me, and I've told this before, and he asked me, "How about you?" And I laughed. I went, "A month." And he goes, "Why'd you laugh?" And I go, "Well, it's only a month." And he goes, "I had to be sober a month before I was no sober for 30 days or 30 years." He
Mm.
goes, "When's the last time you were sober for 30 days?" And he said, "Don't ever laugh or take your sobriety, no matter how long or short it was, lightly. I'll never forget that. So don't ever, cut yourself short."
You can't.
Uh,
You can't. And
mm-mm.
that's the thing is like I accept people where they're at. It's like I got family in active addiction, and it's I understand it's like, I understand the grasp and the reality of addiction. Because when I was in it, you know how many times I told myself this is the last shot of dope I'm gonna do? And then it was like and that went on every single day for
After
multiple
this
times
one,
a day. Yeah. After this one. And I remember there was one time I wanted to get clean by the girl I was dating her birthday, and I was like, we're gonna get clean. And then I remember like we got loaded and we opened up the phone and we thought we were like, oh my god, it's your birthday, and we both started crying. We're like, we've been trying to quit for months and we keep saying we keep getting loaded, but it turns out we were so high that it wasn't her birthday. Even after looking at the day, her birthday still wasn't for another 3 days. We didn't know her
so then
birthday.
they
We're
were
so
like, "Yes,
we
we
got
got
two
three
more
more days,
days.
2 more days to do this."
We did, but we still never quit. So it's like I understand that reality of addiction. Like it's if it was easy to beat, then like we wouldn't be having this conversation right now. There wouldn't be centers around the country. There wouldn't be so many people dying. You know, it's just we get caught up because we're people. We become obsessed with things. Our priorities switch. They change up, and you know, we kind of become this person, and all of our evil stuff gets brought out. You know, but so it's like I love you guys no matter who you are, no matter what you do. Like you guys may see the comments and like sometimes I'll go to reply and if you guys always check the responses, I always take the high route, right? I always take the high route, but I you know, it's crazy because the page is getting so busy. I got some hecklers and some people that like to make fun of like addicts or you know try to put other people down or try to give me a hard time, right? And it's just like I always take the high route, but if you guys read the comments, you guys will see I always still try to be that person's friend or try to understand where he's coming from. Because multiple times I've talked to the person and in private messages and stuff and they apologize. They're like, I'm sorry I came at you. You know, I'm in my active addiction. I hate it. I can't stop. You know, I just think it's stupid that like, you know, I got mad because I thought it was stupid because you're like, hey, if you guys need like help with treatment or anything, like I'll see if there's any resources in your area. You know, so they thought that was stupid because they weren't able to quit. So we got down to the problem, and at the end of the day, they were like, "Can you help?" You know, and I always tell people I can't promise I could help, but I could listen. And at the end of the day, I'm willing to be your friend. So if you guys ever see like my responses, check them out. Like I always meet people where they're at. I don't meet hate with hate. I meet love with hate. And that's the way I like to live my life. That's the way I like to spend my energy. And it's important to do so, at least for me. At least for me. So
Yeah, I've had a few moments where I wasn't quite as
it happens.
forgiving
It
as
happens.
Skylar, because sometimes I don't take the tender glove approach, and I've had a few people say shit, and I kind of gave it back, and a little more aggressively than normal, and then I felt bad about it, and we went back and forth a little bit. On Messenger, whatever that our comments to each other, and I let it go again a few times, and I was going to get to the point where I was like, you know what, screw you, because all you were doing at this point was creating an issue not only with me, but now you were creating problems within the family.
Mhm.
So I was about to just say, and you're done. So instead, I said, listen, and I told him, man, I was about to. First of all, I wanted to find out where you were, just beat the fuck out of you.
Drop the Addy.
But I was like, but you know what? Who am I to judge? You talk about a hypocrite.
Yeah.
If well, you know what? He made a mistake. He did this. You know how many mistakes I've made? So who in the hell am I to judge anybody? If it's the first time, the fifth time, the 35th time, man, I've made worse mistakes. I've made worse comments. So I'm not in no position to judge anybody. So at the end of the day, it does take me a little bit longer, but I do take the same route that my brother does.
I mean, and here's the one thing. The one thing I don't have tolerance for on my page is I believe in a safe zone, and I know Manny believes in the same thing. And so my approach with that is try to always understand where someone is coming from. And so like there's one or two things happen. A lot of times, both of these things are happening. If someone's trying to give me heck or be a heckler or make fun of what I'm doing by spreading recovery or showing that it's possible to do long term recovery, either one, he's misunderstood what I'm trying to do or he misunderstands me, or two, he's misunderstood. Right? Because maybe he's coming from an angry place. We don't know what happened to him. Maybe somebody who was high on meth broke in their house, or maybe their girlfriend got high and left, and like who knows, right? So like they may be misunderstood with the pain, I may be misunderstood with my message. So I always try to create a safe zone and let people express their feelings. The one thing I do not have tolerance for is if you make fun of anybody in my comment section who is trying to get sober or trying to get into recovery, right? If you're giving any of them heck, I definitely don't have no tolerance for that. So I will remove you from the page if someone does that, because I don't want any of my people to come to my page with pride about their accomplishments and get tore down or get made fun of because their past does not define who they are today.
Yeah, you want to come at me, you want to
Yeah,
come at him. That's fine.
but don't
You
come
know
at our
what?
people.
We signed up for it. No one said, Skylar, man, put your ass in front of a
Yeah.
camera, go live around the world. Well, that was our choice. And, we've had a lot of benefits by doing that. A lot of accolades, a lot of really nice things being said. But you know what? There's going to be people that hate you just because.
Yeah.
And that's on us. But like you said, man, if you want to come after us, that was our choice. Don't come
Hmm.
after someone else who's reaching out for help. And the last thing for me is I had people who had these just flat out bullshit fake profiles,
Yeah.
and I know they're fake. And the thing is, some of them come on here saying stupid shit, and they'll say stuff to the point where I know who you
Yeah.
are, and other people know who you are. And I told OG one time I was having a little meltdown, and I was like, "Gonna come on and just end it. You're done, and maybe just get a little more venting going on." And I was just about to do it. I go into all of you with the fake bullshit that you're coming on your fake profiles. The one thing I have to say to you is, and I was just gonna let them have it. And took a second. I go, the one thing I have to say to you is, welcome to my fight our war.
Yeah.
We're going to here to motivate you, support you, love you any way we can. The whole thing for everyone else, because at the same thing, who am I to judge that guy?
Yeah.
I don't, to make up fake profiles. Yeah, some people are just dicks. They just want to do that.
Absolutely.
But some people may be afraid, so they're going to hide behind another profile because they're embarrassed or for whatever reason. So who am I to judge that person for not wanting to show their identity or to say whatever they're saying for that moment? Like you said, it could have been so many other things that caused that.
Yeah.
So you know what? Yeah, that's what we got to do.
And also, guys, remember, like, you don't owe no one an explanation, just like
Mhm.
we don't, right? We are people. Yes, it's common courtesy sometimes to let people know things or things like that. It's kind of the polite thing to do. But at the end of the day, you don't owe no one an explanation. If you need to make a sacrifice or you need to change something in your life to get on the right road again, do that. Do
Yep.
that. You absolutely deserve to be the best version of yourself. And I say this all the time. Love Kayla to death. Would do anything for her, like, you know, anything, right? But the one thing that I won't do is I won't put her before me because I love her so much and I know how much she loves me and all the sacrifices she makes for me. She puts up with me, first of all. That's a lot. Second of all, she does so much for me to live my dreams and our dreams. It's why would I give her anything but the best version of myself? And that's what you do by putting other people ahead of you. You're not your best version. You're not becoming the growth that you need. It's just like plants. They need that water. They need that sunshine, right? Well, if you're giving it all away, how are you supposed to grow? And so you always have to put yourself before anybody else because your kids, your family members, they all deserve the best you. And on top of that, like, how many people are watching right now where you guys hold down your family, right? You guys are the main provider. Your kids look to you to eat. Your spouse looks to you to pay the bills. Like all these different things. And if your significant other is the main provider, like who's watching the kids, who's cleaning up, all these different things like this to make life equally balanced, right? They deserve the best version of you. So always take care of yourself. It's like that saying where you're building a house and you keep turning around. Oh, you want a brick? Oh, you could have a brick. And then you keep giving away all your bricks and you turn around and you're like, I got two bricks. How am I supposed to build me a house? Winter's coming, So take care of yourselves out there, guys. You don't owe no one an explanation for doing what's best for you.
Yeah, and just this just popped in my head. I was thinking about one of the guests I had on, Rick, um, and he said something about he is helping so many people in Connecticut, and how we do this here. And is it easy? No, it's not easy. Is the choice easy? The choice is easy. You either want it or you don't.
Mhm.
But then the hard part is, and what Rick said, we are all here for you. But don't come here thinking we're going to do it for you. Rick said it best. He goes, I'm going to help you move that mountain, but you better bring your shovel. I'm going to bring a shovel.
Yeah.
I'm not going to dig the hole for you. I'm not going to move that mountain for you. You're going to earn it and you're going to feel that much better about yourself. So we've got the shovels. We're going to be right next to you. We're
We're
going
gonna
to
be
support
digging.
you, motivate you. We're
Yes.
going to be digging with you.
It's important, guys.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. I opt out the hard decisions sometimes. I opt out and try to look for the easy path. I try to cut corners. Still to this day, more often than I would like to admit. I like because hard shit is hard shit, right? Hard
We're
things,
human.
no one
Yeah.
wants to go through that, right? Like this is difficult. I don't want to figure it out. Oh, I'm good. I'll pass, right? I'm scared. I don't think I'm gonna do good. I struggle with confidence. All these things like that, right? But here's the thing is in those hard moments where you think I'm failing, I'm not good at this, look how I'm not able to control this situation, right? Those are the moments that will make you into the champion that you're supposed to be. Those are the moments that will make you appreciate the sunshine when you're just getting rained on. When you're out in the rain trying to stay dry, right? And you're getting poured on, aka life's hard and you're just stumbling along, right? Well, those are the moments that are going to make you appreciate when life gets beautiful, but also that's where you build character. So I challenge you, as I challenge myself, guys, endure those hard moments, sit through the uncomfortableness, figure out why things are not working, and try to pull from it, right? As long as you're always trying to learn, even if it's a loss, there's still a lesson to it.
No,
So
man.
keep that in mind.
Yeah, and you know, when it comes to these shitty times, when it comes to those bumps in the road and these obstacles that we look at as a negative thing, nah, man, look at it as something. I'm gonna crush this,
Yeah.
and this isn't an obstacle that's gonna make me weaker. It's an obstacle after I defeat this one, like I did the last one. It's gonna make me that much stronger. So bring it on, you know. And as we always say, keep fighting the good fight, and that's what we're gonna do. And I cannot wait till we get this.
I'm
When
excited.
Kayla
I'm
gets here
excited.
because I love seeing it.
The
It drives
comments.
me nuts not doing all that. And but when we get this
Oh,
here,
look at that!
we'll
Look
pop.
at that!
I know when we come on, we're gonna pop on again, and we're gonna be doing this
Oh.
because we want to chit chat with you guys.
There's so many
So
comments, guys.
yeah,
And hold on, let's just go through it. I'm just gonna scroll through a little bit.
Melissa,
Melissa Mackenzie, KH,
Kaisa,
Kaisa. We got
OG,
OG. We got Corrupted Soul. Who else we got? We got
Leroy
Leroy.
Ebron,
Hey, let's go, Jacqueline.
Jacqueline Black. Oh, Jacqueline's
Yep.
on there again.
We got Sir Cough a Lot. Yes,
Sir
sir.
Couple Lot, Leroy,
Who else we got? We got Tammy. Uh, Sheila.
Sheila's there.
Hold on, no, guys, hold on.
And it's so damn
It's so
small.
small, guys. I apologize. We
So
have so many comments, guys, and I
we'll
don't.
be back.
We'll be definitely back. I absolutely love you guys. We'll be going live again later.
Hmm.
Once Kayla gets here and we get that settled in and set up. So if we're on a little bit later, the good thing about that is right now it would be 8:26 for him. It's only 5:26. Is that right, OG? 5:20. 7:09 here. Oh, my no, okay. So my phone, I have a backup phone. My backup phone. Okay, so look, I play this. For us.
What
Yeah,
time is it?
10 o'clock out in the East Coast.
No shit. It's 10 o'clock.
So that's why you're probably
I
tired.
know.
But
Oh
look, I
man.
play a Pokemon game on my phone. I'm a gamer, so I play a Pokemon game, and so there's only certain times you could catch certain Pokemon. So I wind back the time on my extra phone. And so that is why my time is off. And I've done it so many times to catch this Pokemon and get gifts on the game that it actually warned me if you move your time again, we will ban you from playing. So I am stuck with my phone being off right now.
Pokemon timeout.
Hey, whoa, 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 whoa. Gotta catch 'em all.
So it's what is it? 7 o'clock here.
Yeah. Yeah, 7:10.
It's 7:10 here in Anchorage, Alaska. Um,
10:10 back on the
and so we got it. We're gonna head down to the Yukon, and we're gonna get some water, and we're gonna chop some wood.
Hell yeah.
And we're gonna, just let's see what we can do. Yeah, we got some caribou. Man, we're just gonna do what we gotta do. But yeah, once the laptop,
The
once the
laptop?
laptop gets
You
here,
need a laptop,
we're gonna
buddy?
be using that because that way we can chit chat with you guys.
Yes, indeed. So we love you guys. Don't forget, this is Music and Mayhem. You are now witnessing the greatest show on earth. Addiction is not a death sentence.
Yeah.
We
Love
love
you
you
guys.
guys. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Let's go. Da-na-na-na-na.